All right, Facebook friends, we are live. I'm just going to share my screen and we'll get underway. We have a great topic today. And thank you for joining us live for our Facebook friends. And later we'll see people having this on YouTube. But today, I know there's no guarantees in business. However, there are things that you can do to seriously stack the odds in your favor. In fact, after years in this business, and I joined my first networking company in 1997, still get a residual check from that. And then for some reasons had to withdraw from it. And Grace and I dropped back into the industry in 2014. But after years in this business, I can tell you without batting an eye, if you do certain things, your success is virtually guaranteed. Now, it may take longer than you think. You may have to work a little longer than you thought, but in the end, success cannot escape you. I know that's a bold statement, but in this blog post, one of our mentors, Fernie Ceballos, reveals his bulletproof success formula. And it's how to guarantee, that's a strong word, but how to guarantee 5 steps to guarantee your success in network marketing and recruit with the push of a button. So pay attention here, because in this blog and this video review that I'm going to do for you, you will discover 5 simple steps to help you get massive results and build a big business with ease. Or, as Fernie puts it here, recruit with the push of a button. That sounds over the top? Well, stick with us. Check it out. See for yourself. 5 simple steps to guarantee success. Now, let's see what Fernie's talking about here. I'm going to scroll down here just a little bit. And, because the question is, how do you recruit network marketers into your business? And, as Fernie says, and Grace and I have pondered this same question, when we got back into the industry in 2014, we had been well trained earlier. I mean, I was in a company, actually kind of a baby trainer, if you like, in a company where Todd Falcone was the lead trainer. Todd Falcone is a well-known trainer in the network marketing industry. And we had stressed systems. And this was already back in the late 1990s, early 2000s. I was already an AWeber user using autoresponders and automated systems. And we had recordings and, early videos and so forth. But when I got back in, what I was told, and so I followed what I was told, we bought lists, we would, send samples of products through the mail to people. And the way you recruited network marketers into your business, the way I was told was you buy lists of network marketers and you cold call them. And so I would get on the phone and, make calls. And eventually I got some technology that would help me to do that, but still making calls and getting cussed at. People pretending that they had never been in network marketing when they had, and because the lists were good, whatever. But it was torture, because I hate cold calling people. I hated getting cursed out. I hated being rejected. And so then we moved to buying lists of leads and mass emailing them. And you know the drill. Many of you have been through this. But it's a question when we first got going again in 2014. And as Fernie was sharing here also, it's what many of us are told about recruiting. It was, I had nuts and bolts training from a successful person in our upline. He'd made a lot of money, knew what it took to create success. And, it was really disappointing, because what we were being told just didn't work. Now, I'm sharing with you something where we're using the word guarantee. And what we were told before just wasn't working. So he kept saying, it's not selling, it's sharing, this sort of thing. You simply share the business with people. Well, that doesn't make sense, because network marketing, by going that way, it's kind of a game of chance. If you roll a dice 1,000 times, you're bound to, win once, right? It didn't really require any skill. And here's the truth. Building a successful network marketing business does require skill. You have to learn the skills. This is why I said it may take longer than you like, but if you do learn the skills, you are guaranteed the success if you can do these things. So just think about it. Now, a lot of times, like I had a upline who was a doctor. Fernie has the same story here. He didn't get lucky. When he graduated from medical school, I have a very strong professional background as well. I didn't get lucky. I studied my brains out. I got a master's degree. I worked very hard for decades. I put in the sweat and the hours, and I learned the skills, and I'm still learning every single day, honing my skills. No, people work hard and they learn processes, they learn skills for everything they do, whether it's doctors, lawyers, accountants, business professionals, marketing professionals, network marketers, online marketers. You learn processes and skills, and when you learn them well and you share and you provide value to the marketplace, you get rewarded. It is that simple. But people are wanting just a leapfrog. They think they can get all that money and without acquiring the skills, putting the time to learn it, and so forth. It just doesn't work. It's not that easy. So he's if he's an engineer, I have the business and legal background. I knew people in my profession for sure just don't become successful by luck. You got to study your brains out. And, whatever profession you're in, I'm sure you can agree, people become successful by learning skills and getting proficient at them. That's the truth. So luck has very, very little to do with it. Now, I can have a small factor in there. But even though we didn't know as much about network marketing as we do now, we knew that, that kind of path of just, rolling the dice really doesn't work. People don't become successful by luck. They become successful by learning skill sets. So Fernie talks about his process, and he learned, that his process of recruiting other network marketers took skills, not luck. And, if you're trying to attract, really professional network marketers, people that can really help you build your business, you've got to have some skills. Otherwise, why would they want to work with you if you don't have any skills? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So Fernie was one of the pioneers in what we now call attraction marketing. TJ Irway and Mike Dillard had pioneered it. Fernie was one of their first, he was their actually biggest single successful student, because he took what they taught him and then created something called the attraction marketing formula, which I'll share. You can get that for free if you continue watching here. But along with getting the strategies, attraction marketing has basically solved the number one problem, which is a lack of fresh and new prospects. I mean, Grace and I get fresh and new prospects for our businesses every single day because we follow these principles. And we've been able to find in a predictable way, and we don't have to bug our friends and our family. They don't even know what we're doing. They could care less, and we could care less whether they care. Because our business works in a very good way, and we don't have to cold prospect strangers in malls or on the streets. Or I remember once in the earlier period, getting business cards and literally sticking them in windshields in parking lots. I mean, how pathetic is that? I put business cards when I was pumping my gas. I would put a business card in the gas tank because that was what I was taught to do. I mean, someone with my professional background, I mean, I was ashamed of myself thinking that was the right way to work, but that was what I was taught, and I did it because I was teachable. And I'm glad I was always teachable, but it took a lot of failure to get to where we are today, and that's the other thing. But we learned, and Fernie is one of our mentors. He learned from his mentors that success in network marketing or any business isn't about luck. It isn't about chance. It isn't a roll of the dice. It's strategic. It's skill-based, and it can be done in a very 1, 2, 3 logical, predictable way. You do the right things in the right sequence, you'll get the right result, which is success, right? So now we're going to share Fernie's 5 proven strategic steps that he used to guarantee his success, and it can help to guarantee yours. So these are 5 things, and you have to do them in the right order. They can literally create push button money. I mean, seriously. This offers you the ability to recruit network marketers with a few strokes of the keyboard on your computer. And I know some of you are thinking, what, James, come on, this is a little hypey. But let's just show you. Because in any profession, you need to learn certain skills. So here's what you need to, first, you need a strategy. Now, what's strategy? Strategy is a series of specific steps that will help you to achieve a specific goal. So we're saying specific here. So you can draw the steps on a piece of paper or a whiteboard, and you can map out how you're going to achieve your goal. So if you're not being taught any semblance of a short or medium-term strategy by your upline, you need to run away and find somebody else. If you're not paying attention, we do these trainings probably 4 or 5 times a week and get them out to our teams and our broader audience because we have a strategy. And this is part of it, of course, but we want our team to also have a strategy and to know all these systems, these series, these ways of being successful. And the best educated team always wins. The best educated team always wins. Our team is really, really well educated. But now you have 2 choices. You can either develop a strategy yourself. That's going to take you, reinventing the wheel. It's going to take time, trial, money, and error. That's what I did until I stumbled finally on Elite Marketing Pro back in 2016. And when I say stumbled across, I mean I searched them out. I tried 3 different systems and found that this one was the best one that I liked. And you can find people that already figured it out. And that's what I did, how to be successful, because success leaves clues and you can just look for successful people. What I started to see was all the major leaders were in a couple different training systems. Gee, I wonder, why have they been successful? Because they're all graduates of a couple different training systems. One was an offshoot of Elite Marketing Pro and one was Elite Marketing Pro. So I went with the original. Now, Fernie did this. It cost him a lot of money. I did this from 2014 to 2016, tried all kinds of stuff, making Frankenstein systems. But it's a lot better to follow a proven process from an already successful networker who's making money, doing it in a way that resonates with you. And for us, for Fernie, for thousands of others now, the strategy which works best for us uses online recruiting methods, which fit. I'm actually a shy person. Bernie's actually a really shy person. He's a big huggy bear. I don't know if you ever met him or seen him, but I absolutely hated what I was being taught before. But find a mentor or a company that gives you a complete strategy for recruiting your first person, making your first sale, eventually reaching your long-term goals, especially if you want to recruit network marketers into your business, which you should. That's right. So A, strategy. So if someone hasn't provided that strategy, a concrete strategy, they need to find a mentor that's willing to teach it to you, or I would strongly recommend you plug into the system, the proven system provided to you by Elite Marketing Pro. If you don't have it already, this seriously is the single best place where you can get it. All right, now you got to have a strategy. Number 2, it's got to be simple and repeatable. So this is the key to success in network marketing. You want to teach your strategy to your team so they can go out and do what? Succeed, make you some money in the process, make themselves some money. If they're successful, you're successful. That's the beauty of the system. The more you help others, the more you are helped. It's simple. It's not necessarily easy. You remember we talked about what people said before. It's not selling, it's sharing. And that just didn't sound right. But looking back, that sort of approach assumes that people are not so very smart. So he built a business making it sound like it's easy, when actually someone like that, in this case it was a doctor, he had enormous credibility. And so what he said, people listened to. But you and I, if we don't have the same kind of level of credibility, people are not going to listen. That's not duplicatable. And he wasn't doing, people like that are not doing what they preach. So as a leader in our companies, the companies that we work in, we use every process and every tactic that we teach to our team members and our students and our organization. And we give everybody the exact same tools. I mean, you guys pretty much know what I'm doing. I'm using attraction marketing to get in leads, and then I offer multiple offers to those leads. It's a pretty simple process. One simple system in, multiple offers along the way, and people have a menu of things. You know, we can be doing 3 to 5 different things with a bunch of affiliate offers in here as well. It's not complicated. We have a primary system, Elite Marketing Pro. Now, do we have other bells and whistles that we use to attract people into Elite Marketing Pro, and other systems that we use as well, for sure. But the fundamental strategy comes from Elite Marketing Pro, and that's the key point. So developing strategies isn't the team's responsibility, it's the leader's responsibility. That should be you. If you're not the leader, you're the follower, and the followers don't make as much money as the leaders. Sorry, not going to happen. Now, a strategy or tactic doesn't have to be, the touchdown, the 60-yard bomb thrown by the quarterback the first time it's used by someone new. It just has to deliver some results that can be quantified, can be assessed, and you can improve on your skills over time. So creating strategies isn't the team's responsibility, it's the leader's responsibility. So if you're going to be a leader, you've got to have the strategy. If you don't have one, use Elite Marketing Pro strategy, because attraction marketing is a proven strategy. And we've got the tactics that support that strategy as well. But it's very likely your first time when you try it won't go well. Remember the first time that you tried to throw a baseball, first time you tried to throw a football, the first time you tried to drive a car, the first time you tried to kiss a girl or a boy, whatever. I was just thinking about that the other day. My first kiss. Wow, what a horrible experience that was. It was great, but I mean, what a horrible experience. So embarrassed. Tim Sales, the first offline network marketer that Fernie learned from, and I used to buy systems from Tim Sales as well. Taught about a process for building offline without the internet, and that was long ago. We don't do that anymore. But Tim teaches the assumption that if you're willing to actually do the work, learn the skills, and strong enough to persevere, you will be successful. And Elite Marketing Pro has really solved the biggest problem in network marketing, which is finding new prospects to talk to every day. And when you let the prospects find you as a result of the actions that you take, because you have a strategy to attract them, then you've really solved the whole problem of network marketing. But you still need, of course, to have effective conversations to bring your prospects into your business. So you got to have a strategy, and it's got to be something that people can catch. And it's got to be something that the leader communicates to the team. So it's got to be repeatable, quantifiable, duplicatable, as we say in the industry, so that people can do it, see results, and improve over time. So you want to be improving on your skills. Do that, and your recruits will recruit network marketers of their own, and they will duplicate your success. That's what will make you successful. So go, get the result, correct your patterns, your tactics, and then repeat. And just do it again. Experience is the next factor, all right? Factor number 3. So when you got your strategy and you're learning as seriously as you can, you're developing the skills that you learn like you would in any profession, you gain experience. And experience is an underrated factor, but it's absolutely enormous. With that experience, you start to understand the differences, the nuances, how to respond to different people, when to push, when to relax a little bit, when to chill. It means you start learning things that you just can't learn in a class or without actually, an audio book or a training session. You learn it from real life experience, whether it's how to do a video, or, even how to study, how to consistently study, how to put out material, how to respond, what sort of materials, what sort of emails you should send to someone when they do show some interest, whatever it might be. Now, if you're thinking, I want to make some money now, I can tell you now, you are setting yourself up for failure. Don't mean to be harsh, and we occasionally enter into some businesses that have more risk than others. But get rich quick schemes are just that. They're schemes. They don't build you sustainable success. And if you notice, I mean, Elite Marketing Pro is a 10-year-old company. We're in a precious metals company that's a 9-year-old company. We're in another company that's a 30-year-old company. The company I started with in 1997 that I still get a check from and a product from every month started in 1997. That's 22 years old. So, startup companies, sometimes some interesting ideas, some interesting stuff. We dabble in that ourselves, but we've got our foundation, our main, partners, our main businesses that are our main thing. What is your main thing? So stick with those main things. Yeah, you can mix and match and do, some things, but unless you treat network marketing as a profession, you're not going to succeed. I'm going to say that again. Unless you treat network marketing as a profession, you become a network marketing professional, you will not succeed. Because, trying to cut corners, not learning the skills, not understanding the strategy, not becoming duplicatable, not gaining the experience, not honing your skills, that's a recipe for failure. And then you'll just blame the opportunity you were just in because you didn't get rich, and you move on to your next failed experience because you're not developing the skills. And that's so important. You'll also aggravate the people you work with because you'll blame them, you'll blame the company, you'll blame anything but yourself because you didn't put in the work. But, we sometimes, just tell me how to do X. And honestly, I feel, and most leaders also feel, disrespected when people think that I can teach them a trick on how to make 6 figures overnight. Because there is no trick to earn 6 figures overnight. It'll take you, 2 or 3 years, honestly, to learn the skills and then to build up things in network marketing. Now, there are some ways that you can earn a good bit of money along the way, but there's no magic formula here. And even then, if it takes you 3 to 6 months just to be effective, that's better than 40 years on a job that you hate that won't pay you anything after you leave. And look at, I'm still getting a check 22 years later. I still buy a product, but I don't market that company. I still get a check. How cool is that? I don't know many places where you can do that. So if you're serious about this whole network marketing thing and you want to be a leader yourself, you got to be committed. You got to gain the experience. You got to develop an appreciation for the nuance and the depth of understanding that can only come through learning the skills and going through the experience. Let's just summarize that part by saying you gain experience through repeating the tactics that you learn, and you get a new depth of understanding. Then you become better. You become more experienced. You get some expertise. You become a leader because you've succeeded, and you start to modify the tactics, the processes you use, so your strategies fit you, your team, your product, your company, and so forth. All right. Step number 4, pay it forward. All right. This is an important one. So once you have a strategy, once you understand the nuances, you're following the first steps, and duplicatable, etc. You've got some experience. You will have achieved some success in your business by now. Now you're in a position to do what I'm doing here, which is to teach what you know through video, through Facebook Lives, through blogs, through emails, because this is where the big money starts to come. Once you've learned, you got to this point, and if you aren't to that point, you have little to pay forward. When you've got experience and you've got skills, you can pay forward a lot because you got a lot of skills you've learned, you got a lot of experience, you've got success, and you can start to pay that forward. And when you pay it forward, it comes back in spades because what you're sowing is rich, and it comes back rich in terms of paychecks. That's how it works. Now, you create a community, you communicate with people every day or every other day, whatever your time frame is. I communicate with our teams every day, different groups, different things that I'm doing. We do 4 live webinars a week, and we do these vlogs 4 or 5 times a week. So I'm on video. I'm probably on video 10 times a week, seriously. And that's just content creation. That's me paying it forward. And you don't have to do that, but you do have to start to communicate to become a bigger leader. using this kind of online marketing, which really does work. So it'll do two things for you. People will notice that you're giving value and that other people are benefiting, and your following will grow. This is how we grew our community as well. This is how Elite Marketing Pro built their community. And as your fan base grows, you'll create a personal brand. We are Grace and James. Everybody knows Grace and James. You know, this crazy couple, the Chinese and the American guy and the bald guy and the beautiful girl. And, you know, that's us. That's our brand. That's who we are. And we're not just known for any one product or company. We're known as Grace and James, who provide a tremendous amount of value out into the marketplace. We're known as teachers, people that share, have value, have experience. We're known as leaders. And so once you start to pay it forward and develop a following by putting out great value that helps other people, you have a following of people that want to learn more and more from who? From you. And so that brand is enormously valuable. That's how you create an empire. That's a loyal community that loves you, that knows that you will lead them to good fortune. And then the final point in this strategy is become a force. Now, this is where it gets exciting, because this is where you get the ability to sell and recruit network marketers in mass. Now, I'll just give you an example. We don't do this every year, but in 2017, Grace and I personally recruited into an opportunity 1,600 people. And that actually was only between May and December in 2017. So actually it was just about 7.5 months. 1,600 people personally sponsored. Now, that's en masse. That means recruiting a lot of people or selling a product to a lot of people with a push of a button. Now, it was pretty regular pushes of buttons. I did, you know, a lot of videos, did a lot of emails, did a lot of webinars, but you know, that was a mass effort. And we're doing that same sort of thing again this year with different opportunities can recruit different numbers of people. There's kind of different momentums and different price points and so forth, but similar success because we have become a force in the industry, and you too can become a force in the industry. So now you can even voice your call to action on a Facebook Live. You can sell courses, you can sell affiliate offers, you can find things like Elite Marketing Pro, other things that we've been doing to share to help our community market and improve. And why is that effective? Why do people watch? Because they trust you, they trust your community, and that trust gives you credibility. Because you've already done what? You've paid it forward. You've already sown the seeds. You have the skills you've developed. You've helped other people to develop skills. Other people that have worked with you have become successful, and you are now a force in the industry. That's the steps to take you to high 6 figures and even to 7 figures and beyond, because you paid it forward and you have the skills that others want to learn, because other people want to do what you have done. And Grace and I have done a lot of this. I mean, it looks like we're doing this full time, but through much of our experience, we both had full-time jobs. And a lot of people just think I'm sitting at home doing this full time. Now, I have been sitting at home because we enjoyed success. We built it while we were working full time, and now I'm working at home full time, and have been doing so for 1.5 years. That's the fruit of the earlier labors. But a lot of networkers miss the steps 4 and 5, the paying it forward and becoming a force. They miss the part about building a community beyond their network marketing company. So they only think about, I'm company X. As much as I love the companies I work with, I'm not Mr. X, I'm James. And I love to teach about marketing. I love to teach about finances. I love to teach about advertising. I love to teach about personal development. I love to do the things that I do. And that's us. And Grace, has her own passions as well. But that's why step 4, building a community, is so important, because it allows you to do step 5, become a force that no one can stop. Because you're then able to recruit network marketers. Leaders contact us pretty regularly, and we become known as a leader. The other leaders start to talk to you, and they want to know what you're doing and how you're doing and what you're doing. I had a massive leader just contact me yesterday. James, we haven't spoken in a while. What's up? And his business had gone out from underneath him, so he's reaching out to me to join my business. You know, if it's a fit, we're having that discussion tomorrow. But you know, that's common every week. So what I just shared with you is a 5-step strategy for learning and developing skills. These are all skills. Now, the strategy should be something you can apply whether you build online or offline. So here's the steps. Let's recap. Step 1, find a strategy that's proven to work. This one does work. Number 2, make sure that strategy is skill-based and can be repeated so that you can do it, see the results, correct what you did, improve it, and repeat it. Step 3, gain experience through repetition. Experience is the next step. And that's where most people fail because they want it instant. You can't get it instant. You got to gain experience. You got to learn by making mistakes. And then you'll have an understanding of the depth and the nuance of this industry. Become a network marketing professional. Number 4, then it starts to get really exciting. Pay it forward so you build a community. Start to be a teacher. Do videos, do Facebook Lives, do emails, write a blog if you're afraid to do a video. Get a video technology that doesn't feature you. You can actually do like stick figure. You know, I've got one of those too. It's kind of fun. Just looking at it yesterday. Number 5, become a force. Recruit network marketers in mass, then also attract, you know, mega leaders, because that's the other big secret. If you want to become super, super successful, start to recruit leaders. And you can't recruit, you know, you can't attract leaders unless you're a leader. This is what people miss out on. I get people contacting me every day. James, it'd be awesome if you could join my organization. Well, who are you? What sort of systems, what sort of track record do you have? Sorry, that's the kind of questions that leaders, why would I join someone who's never done it? What benefit do they give to me? None. But another leader, yeah, they can give me some benefit. Whether it's the existing system or an understanding or spillover or, you know, depends on the compensation plan. I never rely on other people for my success, but it's nice to work with people that have success, right? So if you want to get the whole scoop on how to build this online business by creating a system that completely automates sales and prospecting, then click on Fernie's attraction marketing formula. That's the complete roadmap to becoming an online force in the network marketing industry. You'll find the strategies he taught in his book. He generates hundreds of prospects every day. We generate also, you know, I'm sometimes hundreds, but at least tens, dozens. The best part is it can be 100% automated. So specifically on page 73 of his roadmap, he'll show you how to actually automatically grow your prospect list, build relationships, and fatten your bank account. So underneath this blog, down here at the bottom right here, finally, kick rejection to the curb and explode your network marketing business. Create a never-ending stream of red-hot prospects ready to join your business today. Grab it now. It's free. So jump in there and then be thankful. I'm wearing my, this is from, I'm a big Ray Higdon fan. This is a Ray Higdon t-shirt, default setting, gratitude. So I'm reminding myself to be grateful today. I'm grateful for Elite Marketing Pro, for everything that I've learned from them. I'm grateful for mentors such as TJ Irway, Tim Irway, the founder of Elite Marketing Pro, Fernie Ceballos, who's just a big, lovable hug-a-bear who talks straight to me and rips me up and tears me down and puts me back on my feet and reminds me, you know, James, you're not a finished product yet. You've got a lot of skills that you need to develop. You want to be 7 figures like me? You know, here's 1, 2, 3. You got to do some new things. I'm in this process this year, learning once again. We actually paying quite a bit of money to get mentored again at a deeper level through Elite Marketing Pro in 2019 and 2020. It's just such a great community. It is our default community to become a great network marketer, and that's our ambition, a great network marketing professional. So if you want to learn the skills, whatever your ambitions are, you can find those skills, teachable strategies as well here. So again, back here on the top, actually from the very top, You'll see it on the sidebar here, the same link to this. But come back here, study, read the blog. So again, to my friends on Facebook, you'll see it. The link is there. On YouTube, you'll find the link directly below the YouTube video. So I want to thank all of you for joining us today. A little bit longer video, but wow, what an important topic. And what an exciting one as well. 5 simple steps to guarantee your success in network marketing. So read the blog. If you don't have that strategy, if you're not confident about that, get a strategy from Elite Marketing Pro. Absolutely fabulous place to get it. Your starting point is the Attraction Marketing Bootcamp, free as a resource from Elite Marketing Pro. So with that being said, I'll thank all of you for joining us. We'll stop the live stream on Facebook. Thanks, guys. Take good care.